Mark, as we head into the Blackburn Rovers game on Saturday, what positives can we take from the last two performances, even though both matches ended in draws?
Well, we've played some good football in both games. We've created a number of chances to score, which is what it's all about. And then obviously you've got to try and take them. But getting into those positions was good. I think some of the movements, some of the work that we've done has been really, really good. And the second half performance went up a notch on Tuesday evening, and we came away with a hard-fought point, really, against the league leaders at the moment. So with everything that we've done so far, there are some really good positive signs in all the games we've played, really. So yeah, those are gone. We know what we can do. We know where we need to improve. You know, that's going to be over time. But I think individuals got some decent minutes into them, and some of them performed pretty well. I mean, Robert Bosnick's one that stood out. I think his work rate was really good. He could have capped it with a goal, but unfortunately didn't take the chances that came his way on the evening. But that, you know, that's again something that comes down the line. There's always a knack to it, and there's always a process to things, and sometimes it just, you know, they just need to work on bits and pieces. But in terms of Robert, he's an international footballer who's, you know, really, really competent, and there's still improvement there in him. But I thought his work rate, his effort and desire were good. You know, he's got to temper that and make sure that he goes at the right time. We end up going as a team at the right time, so we don't get picked off. But I think with time, it's his first game. It's the same with Lamine coming into the team for the first time. There's still some level of understanding that they've got to get to before things maybe click with them. But I think, you know, essentially we've got players now a little bit closer to the lads that have been starting week in, week out.
We fashioned more than 40 shots in the last two games. What does that say about our attacking play in general?
It's been good. It's just like I've said to you, I think with some of the elements of our play have been really good. Some of them have been exceptional. You know, we've had some good efforts at goal. I think their keeper had got the Man of the Match award on Tuesday evening, which says a lot about that as well. But 15 shots in the second half bodes well. But we have to be ruthless. You know, I think that's the key to everything. You've got ruthless players, then, you know, and with a real desire to score a goal. You know, it's not like, well, you know, if one comes my way, I might score. It's actually going with that conviction and that desire. And everything that you do is with the idea that you're trying to create opportunities to shoot, to get a chance on goal, to then go and do that with conviction. So, you know, those are things that hopefully will come over the time. But like I said before, a lot of really good things.
As you mentioned earlier, quite a few players that needed minutes got them on Tuesday. What's required to be a good teammate, and how have the group been in that regard?
Well, they work for each other, they run the socks off for each other, and they all compete against each other as well as being good teammates. That makes a decent atmosphere, it makes for a decent dressing room, and it makes for decent competition, and I think that is what we're sort of getting together over this first part of the season.
Ash Phillips started his first league game on Tuesday. What did you make of the way he slotted into the defence?
Well, he did well. I thought the team did well. We got a clean sheet, you know, against a side that's at the top of the division at this stage. And I know we're in third at the moment, and we went into second briefly, but we've got good players there that have come in, and they're sort of new to it, new to the environment, new to looking at playing and what the intensity of the championship is, because you can only sort of assume or guess. But it's intense, you know, training has to be the same, and it takes a little bit of time for them to get used to things. But at this moment in time, I think we've been lucky with the players that we've brought in, or, you know, strategic with the players we've brought in, but lucky that they've been available for us for the most part. As we know, injuries come and go, but Ash did well. I thought Boston did well in the other slot at right back. But I think throughout the team, there were some really good performances, but particularly in the second half, where they're used to playing and used to sort of getting up to that speed and getting up to that tempo, which is where you need everybody to be eventually.
When assessing performances, how much you kind of look at the data, but then also use your own intuition and what you see? We
look at data, and obviously we are heavy on data. In terms of the information that we get, the data backs up what you're seeing with your eyes. So, you know, from my point of view, what I'm seeing, the intuition, as you say, is something that's there all the time. Also, you get a feel for things, and, you know, the game the other night, the feeling in the first half was we need to get to half time and still be on parity or better. and then we need to do something that makes the difference for the second half, and that's what happened, and credit to the players for that. I think that's, that second half performance, because of the reasons I've outlined, was pretty good.
Boatin had to come off in the second half on Tuesday. What's the latest you can tell us on his injury?
He'll be out for a period, but that is a blow. It's a blow because everybody knows he's been fantastic, one of the better players, not just here, but I think in the division. So yeah, it's certainly a blow for him and a blow for us and Republic of Ireland as well.
Supporters have mentioned this season how much they're enjoying watching the team. What does that mean to you?
That means a great deal, because that's part of the work, and that's what we're trying to do. I love the fact that the support are so engaged. I love that, and it makes a massive difference to us, and I think that that's something that we obviously work for and thrive on. And particularly with new players coming in, with the amount of change that we've had, has been quite significant. So for things to have settled down as quickly as they have, I'm really pleased with that, and I'm also grateful to them for their support and getting behind the team, because that obviously has an impact, and they're seeing the impact that their support has. We always have a brilliant atmosphere, home or away. The noise levels are incredible anyway, and I expect that'll be the same tomorrow. It's a game we're looking forward to. I think the weather's going to play a part in this one. We're expecting a storm, and I think it's going to be stormy, so safe travels to everybody who goes.